Today, I will be sharing with you the secrets of the often overlooked but critically important aspect of academic writing called background of the study. This is Knowledge Blog, and thank you for showing up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. So, whether you're a seasoned researcher or just starting your academic journey, or whether you want to submit application for GCUB or you just want to publish scientific article like my recently published papers in Springer, crafting a captivating background is essential because it sets the stage for your entire study. So, without further ado, let's dive into points that will leave your professor spellbound from the very beginning. Now, I want you to stick around as we uncover the secrets to making your background irresistible to university professors. There is a question: why is the background so important? To quickly answer that question, I want you to imagine that the professor who is going to read your essay has over 500 different essays to read and draw conclusion from them. What do you think is going to make your own stand out? Well, it's simple. It is the background because that is what the professor is going to read first. This is the professor's first impression of your work. And as they say, first impression matters. So the background of a study is crucial but can be challenging. It requires providing enough information without overwhelming the reader. So first, what you need to do is to establish the context of your research journey. So you have to talk about your motivations and the basis for your research questions. So I will advise you to begin with a general overview of the field, then narrow it down to your topic. The point number one is establishing context. Talking about context, I'm going to tell you three sub points, okay? And they are the historical, the theoretical, and the practical context. So, first, what even constitutes the background of a study? Background of a study, what is the meaning? So, background of a study is actually the first section of your paper, or whatever you're writing on, your essay. It is the first section of the essay. Let me use the essay right now. And it's what it does is that it establishes the context. It establishes the context underlying the research. So it contains the rationale, the key problem that are addressed in the rest of the paper. So the background forms the crux of the study because it introduces an unaware audience to the research and its importance in a clear and logical manner. At times, the background may even explore whether the study builds on or it refutes findings from previous studies. So, any relevant information that the reader needs to know before delving into the paper should be made available to them in the background, and that is one of the reasons why background of the study is very, very important. Now, how should one write background of a research paper? The length and detail presented in the background varies from different papers, from different research papers, depending on the complexity and the novelty of the research topic. So at times, a simple background suffices, even if the study is complex. So before writing and adding details in the background, I want you to take notes of these additional points. Point number one: start with a strong beginning, a very powerful banging in the quotes beginning. Begin the background by defining the research topic and then identify the target audience. Point number two: cover key components. Explain all theories, concepts, terms, and ideas that may feel unfamiliar to the target audience thoroughly without mincing words. Point number three: take note of important prerequisites. So there's a need for you to go through the relevant literature in detail. So take notes while reading and cite them properly. Point number four: maintain a balance. Okay, so make sure that the background is focused on important details but also appeals to a broader audience. It is very important. The next point is include all historical data as much as you can. Don't forget, I said earlier on that it is important for you to back up your claim with data. It is believed that current issues largely originate from historical events or findings. Okay, so if the research borrows information from a historical context, add relevant data. Don't just say it happens. So add relevant data. It is very, very important in your background. The next one is explain novelty. If the research study or methodology is unique or novel, provide an explanation in the background of the study, and this will help to understand the research better. Next one is increase your engagement. How do you increase your engagement? To make the background engaging, build a story around the central theme of the research. Don't just go woo and so build a story around it. And this is the best way to increase your engagement. People try to relate with when you build a story with what you are trying to pass on to them. So, however, there are some certain mistakes that you should avoid when you are crafting your background of the story. Number one is avoid ambiguity. Avoid ambiguity. Don't be ambiguous. Don't use words that have so many meanings. One word that has so many meanings. Okay. So while writing, assume that the reader does not understand any intricate detail about your research. The next one is unrelated themes. Be careful of this. Stay clear from topics that are not related to the key aspect of your research topic. I believe it is very important for me to mention this, that introduction is different from background. And if you are writing a research proposal, your introduction is going to be different. I mean, the arrangement of your where background should be and where introduction should be is going to be different from when you are writing a research that has been carried out. Okay, if you are writing a research proposal, that is a research that has not been done. For example, if you are applying for GCUB, what you are submitting is just like a research proposal. Your essay one and essay two, they are just like a research proposal. So your background should come first before introduction. Or but if you are writing on what you've carried on, then your introduction should come first before background. So the structure of a research proposal is in fact similar to that of a research paper, except that there will be no results. There will be no analysis. There will be no discussion sections, and what have you. Nevertheless, in proposal, you can talk about expected results if needed. So research papers are written in what is called HIMRAD, that is introduction, methods, results, analysis, and discussion. HIMRAD. Okay, so that is the structure of a research paper, which is totally different from a research proposal. How is the background different from the introduction? The introduction of your research paper is presented before the background, but in a research proposal, the background comes first before introduction. So let's just look at three differences between these two items, background and introduction. So introduction only contains preliminary data about the research topic and does not in any way state the purpose of the study. So, on contrary, the background clarifies all of this. It talks about the importance of the study in details. Point number two is that introduction provides an overview of the research topic from a broader perspective, but background only provides you a detailed understanding of the topic. Can you see that background is very, very crucial? Introduction should end with the mention of the research questions, aims, and objectives of the study. So, in contrast, background follows no such format and only provides essential context to the study. So, it is not a gainsay to conclude that the background of a study is one of the most important components of a research paper or of any articles or any essay that has to do with academic. So the quality of the background determines whether the reader, the professor, or whoever is going to read it will be interested in the rest of the study. Whatever you are writing, I would like you to take note of the points, the tips that I provided in this video, and I'm wishing you best luck in your application, in whatever application you are writing. I'm going to see you in next video. Ciao.